Welcome back, everybody. I just wanted to play Kerbal Space Program 2 and show off my first VTOL uh, in the game. So the For Science patch just dropped a few days ago. I played it, went on Christmas break, and then I'm getting back to it now. And I've got to say, it's an absolutely terrific update. It makes the game fun to play for me. It it gives all of the stability that I need in the rockets to be able to make the kind of ships that I like, which are these VTOLs. Now, one quick note about this ship. I do play with infinite fuel on and infinite electricity with this ship. I just like to role play in my mind that they've found a functionally infinitely dense energy. These are all the tanks right here. Um, but it just lets me keep play the game the way I like to play it, which is to pretend these are Star Wars type ships and just land and take off. So we're gonna show I'll show the ship here, show it off a little bit. We'll fly a little bit in atmosphere and we'll fly a little bit in on the moon too. Here we go. We're lifting off. It's a pretty stable ship. I really like it. Let's go forward a little bit. Now this is podcast racing. No, pod pod. Now this is pod racing. Podcast racing. What am I? All right, so I'm not good enough to land it on the VAB, so we're just gonna go straight to space. But you can see it flies pretty good. Um, Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough. Now, if you'll notice, it has these stabilizers on the back. It helps with the in-atmosphere flying. It's a balanced ship weight-wise, but it has a lot of drag with these stabilizers up front, and so it tends to flip unless I put these stabilizers on here. I'm just gonna go on to space. You can see kind of how this works. Between all of these engines, you get a ton of thrust vectoring, so it's very stable. All right, let's go this way. Adjust our heading. Oh, Snoop. I lost control, but check it out. It's pretty stable. So we're just gonna go like this. Ba-doop-de-doop. And we're back in business. So in atmosphere flying is really easy with this thing. And I love it. I love it. Oops. Just kidding. Not super easy. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong direction. All right. Let's take those off and let's just use the rear thrusters, the main thrusters I call them. Really, I should, oh geez. All right, so I'm still catching too much too much drag. All right, and we're back in business once again. Nope, just kidding. I got to get out of the atmosphere, man. Got to punch through. Break on through to the other side. Yeah. All right, so we're getting up there. Apoapsis is at 20,000 feet, so And I gave it a slick paint job too, this blue and white color. It's like a racing looking thing. And there, we're in business. Let's go ahead and just turn horizontal here. So we are high enough in the atmosphere that we are not getting any more drag. Almost. Once I get up in a little bit further in space, I'll bust out the solar panels. Okay, there she is. Uh, they made a lot of quality of life improvements as well. One thing I like that they did is you can highlight your engine here. You can see these other ones, the vertical ones are disabled, so there you can't highlight them. If you disable those main ones, your delta V calculation's all correct. Reactivate your main engines, delta V is correct. Delta V is correct. So it's really a great job. I don't know why this is overheating. It should not be overheating. I should put a radiator on this ship. What's overheating? And why? I wish they would put more camera controls in. If that thing blows up, that's going to be disappointing. It's hovering. Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit. Fast forwarded a little too much, but that's okay. We can fix it. We have the power and the delta V because I play with infinite fuel. Oh yeah. Dirty rotten cheater. Okay, almost to orbit. That's a stable orbit. Okay, let's put out our. Do we not have any solar panels on here? Did they blow up? I don't know where my solar panels are at. I must not have them on this one. Oh well, I play with infinite energy. It's okay. Got plenty of monopropellant tanks though. I love the way it looks in the light. Oh, and you know what? We can just go head on to the moon now. Okay, and we're back. I had to reload because I missed my trajectory, my intercept, and it was just easier to relaunch than to try to fix my orbit and re-intercept. So I did have to reload. We are at the Mun now and about to land here. We're gonna land just kind of down here somewhere along this path. We're at 30,000 feet right now. Let's put our landing gear down. There's no atmospheric cost. There's no drag cost to doing that. Let's get down a little bit closer. We're traveling at 490 meters a second, which is pretty doggone fast. I don't know if most of that is vertical or horizontal. I think probably a lot of it's horizontal, so we'll kill that speed off here. Yeah, we're decreasing at a nice clip, but not a crazy amount. Once we get down about, I don't know, 12,000 feet or so, I'll turn on the engines. Yeah, let's just kill off the rest of this horizontal speed. 300 meters a second. Yeah. All right. So we're coming down now. We're transferring it to mostly vertical direction. I want to keep going towards retrograde a little bit. Keep my butt facing, keep my cockpit facing retrograde. Um, because I've got the boosters on the back of the plane or back of the ship, so it can give me a last minute boost and a little bit extra maneuverability in the case that I need it. So, all right, so we're at 5,000 meters a second, declining at almost 200 meters a second. So I'm going to turn on my secondary thrusters, my VTOL, and I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Let's see. 83 meters a second. Here, let's see. Can I see where my shadow is at? Not yet. Looking, there's my shadow. Okay, great. So now I'll be able to tell about where I am in relation to the ground. Oh, oh, too much. Too much. Gonna have to cancel it this way. Okay. All right. We want to touch down at about 4 meters a second is our goal. 3. Okay. Uh, nice and gentle. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Okay, well that's here. I'm gonna save it. Um, there you go. That's a nice landing on the mun. And cruising in this thing is just so easy. Let's go straight the way we were going. Okay, let's turn on our secondary engines, our vertical takeoff and then it's just so much fun to fly this plane. Oh, I didn't have my control on. It's just so much fun to just go cruising. Just go hovering over the countryside, cruising and looking. I like this ship. About 100 meters over the ground, just cruising. What? Ah, I messed it up. That's why we have F9. Okay, that's gonna be it though. I'm gonna reload this and play around a little bit more. But yeah, that's my first VTOL lander that I made in KSP2. It's super stable. They've improved the physics so much. It is absolutely wonderful. So I just major props to the dev team. That was a ton of work to get it to where it's at, and it's a great game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you again later, maybe.